Hello, we're on video number 3 here for the MultiSim Lab. So far we've done this. We added a voltage source and put a 10K input impedance resistor here to ground, and we're going to put in a buffer amp. The buffer amp isolates the input of the circuit and the next stage in the circuit. Op amps have very low input impedance and very high input impedance and very low output impedance, and it kind of just buffers the two circuits so they don't interact with each other. And what we're going to do is put a feedback in here. If I can get back to MultiSim, here it is. So take the output of the op amp and feed it right back into the inverting port of the op amp. And what this does is any change in output is automatically fed back into the inverting input, which cancels out the gain change, so that the op amp essentially becomes unity gain. Whenever you have a pure feedback loop like this, the op amp becomes unity gain. So it works to buffer impedance-wise before and after it, but it doesn't provide any gain. Okay? And let's prove that. Let's actually prove that by testing it, and this is a key part of this process. So we're going to grab a voltage meter here, and we're going to put it before the op amp. And we'll grab a second one, and we'll put it after the op amp. So now we have 2 voltmeters. And I'm going to hide this thing over here. Well, it doesn't matter. Ignore that. And we're in interactive mode right here. Let's hide this. I don't want to distract anybody. Let's get rid of that. And I'm going to click somewhere here, and it's going to read the voltage as soon as I hit play if I'm in interactive mode here. And I hit play, and it's going to move constantly. Oh, we have some sort of issue here with the second guy. What did I do wrong with the second guy? Sometimes it's a little particular about this. Let me add a junction. Oops, didn't want to put it there. I'm going to undo. Can I undo? Oh, escape gets me out of that. Let's put a little junction here. Make another junction over here. Now I want to try to move this, make a second voltage meter over here. I hope this fixes the problem. Let's press play now. Okay, that seemed to work. So you can see voltage is changing constantly because it's an AC circuit. Hit stop and get a measurement here, and you'll notice they're virtually identical. And that is because the op amp is unity gain. And of course, if I play and stop, I'm going to get a different value each time. That one I actually got, hey, I got almost near the middle, 1.228 volts. That was just luck there. But of course, it's an AC signal and it's changing all the time in voltage. So this is kind of your first goal in the circuit, is to achieve this moment where you have a buffer amp and you've got 2 voltage meters here, and they are both reading the same thing, which indicates you've created a unity gain voltage follower or a buffer amp. So this is kind of the point where you reach the first deliverable in the assignment, and that is the delivers mostly on this assignment is to take a screenshot. And you're going to turn in a bunch of screenshots at the end. That way I can kind of watch your progress and screenshot. And the first screenshot is going to be named 1 buffer amp, your last name, your first name. So, and once you turn these in, I've typed that all in. It could just be your name. It doesn't need to be your last name, your first name. Just your name is fine. But 1 buffer amp is the key part here. I'm going to copy that so I don't have to, I can paste it in when I do the screenshot. But essentially, I'm going to enlarge this screen to full size. And I'm going to take a screenshot of the whole screen. I appreciate if you do the whole screen. It lets me see exactly what's going on. And boom, take the screenshot. And of course, depending on how you deal with your screenshots on your computer, I've got them showing up here. If I go to, they show up in open. And I don't want to do that. Show in Finder. That's the screenshot I just made there. I'm going to name that screenshot buffer amp, your last name, your first name. Now you could just name it your name if that's okay, because you're going to put this in a folder and submit it. I'm going to know who you are. But as long as it says 1 buffer amp, I'm okay with that. Cool. So that's really the first goal that you've achieved in the circuit, and we're actually pretty far away through the circuit already. Cool. End of video.